Welcome to This Fat Girl Life, a podcast about self-worth, loving yourself, and body image. My name is Kimberly, as you all know, and tonight I am joined by the beautiful Miss Regina. Thank you so much for being with me tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm so looking forward to this podcast.
Well, I'm so glad that you're here. Now, you are a life coach. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Okay. I'm a mindset and business coach for women. So I help women start a online business, mainly coaching, just by using their life experience and the skill that they already have. And in the beginning, when you're starting out, what the main thing that we want to focus on is the mindset behind creating things and establishing a foundation for your business. Because in the beginning, we may think that am I good enough? Am I worthy enough? Why are people even going to buy from me? Right? So that's why the mindset is so important. It's so important in when you're starting your business. So that's why I've kind of combined those two together.
Okay, and then what about on the personal life? Are you married?
Yes, I'm actually in my second marriage. My first one was hard. It was tough, and the mindset there was really, really off. So I didn't feel like I had a lot of options being in a relationship that I wasn't happy in, right? So that's something that I also had to work through. I had to find out what my worth is, right? I had to find that self-love. I had to find out the different ways that I can show self-love to myself, because I did not take care of myself at all. I always put my son first. And that was a big step for me towards learning to love myself more, right? And changing that mindset about myself that I do deserve better. I do deserve more.
So let's talk a little bit more about mindset. What it actually is mindset for those who don't know?
Mindset is just a way that you think about different topics or different things in your life, right? That's all it is. It's just a way of thinking about it. So if you change your perspective about anything in your life, okay, and continue to nurture yourself in that direction, to actually grow, it can be life-changing.
Okay. And then you also work as far as empowering women. How important is the correct mindset towards that?
Well, the mindset is empowering women, right? Showing them, what, you don't have to live your life in this way if you don't like it. You have options, right? Like one of the things that I actually did after I got divorced, I went and I learned how to do an oil change, because I just did not want to rely on a man to do it for me, So
I love that. I love that.
I'm gonna do this on my own. Like, screw this, right? So I just wanted to kind of like stick it to the men, And it's not saying that all men are bad, right? It's just how I felt. So empowering.
I don't think that's bad at all.
Yeah. So empowering yourself and changing your own mindset, right? It kind of brings it all together. I empower men to create the dream life, to get to raise their self-worth, their self-belief, their believe in themselves, and their love for themselves, that they can do the things that they really set out in life to do. It doesn't, those negative thoughts that we have is just a programming. It's something that we've been hearing over and over and over again. So all we got to do is just change that up. Let's change it up to something that is more empowering. Like, I love myself. I believe in myself. I am a winner. Like, that just wipes all the negative things out, because you're a winner. You're always winning, no matter what. Right?
I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Now, I know that you mentioned earlier that you are on your second marriage. Do you think probably some of the first marriage is what encouraged you to go into this field, or were you already in this field?
No, it was actually like way after I was already going through my divorce, is when I was just finding myself after being married. Like you have that first year squeeze unit, and then it's not working out, and you're kind of separate but still married. Then all of a sudden you're on your own, and things are slightly crazy to figure out on your own when you're young and you have a young kid, and kind of everything just kind of seems to be going wrong, right? So I had to really learn to find myself again, to be like, okay, well, who am I? Right? So that's kind of like where my healing journey started.
It looks like we're having a few technical difficulties. You're a little frozen. There you are. So I missed the end of that. I'm so sorry.
Trying to figure out who I am and what I really wanted. And what I did not want a relationship. I didn't even get married ever again, but I.
So for somebody who may not be in a position, are you still there? So it looks like we are having some signal issues. I do apologize to everybody. Regina, please, if you're still there, let me know. Because I still see your beautiful face. Oh, and we are losing signal.
Okay, you're back.
So hopefully Regina is still with me and will be able to pop back on. I do still see her screen, but basically kind of as a recap for anybody who's just joining us, we are discussing women's empowerment and mindset and the importance of, how they intertwine with each other. You really, you can't have one without the other. And basically for anybody who's not aware of what mindset is, that's basically your perspective. It's how you think. It's how you process things. That is your mindset. So to recap some of what Regina was saying is by changing your mindset, you're able to change all the different aspects of your life. Oh, and I see Regina's beautiful face again. So with some of the technical difficulties, tonight's episode may be cut a little short. I'm really hoping that Regina is going to be able to jump back on here for the conversation. If for some reason she is not able to, we will do another episode with Regina if we're able to get that scheduled with her, because I definitely want to continue this conversation. I think it is an important conversation to have.
Oh, okay.
Are you still there, hon? Okay, I see you.
I'm still here.
But it's pretty frozen. Okay, I hear you now. So I just kind of recapped, what we were saying. Now, for somebody who may not be in a position financially to afford a life coach right now, or they don't understand, the importance of it, is there any tips that you have for somebody to work on their mindset on their own? Yeah, it looks like we are still having technical difficulties. I do apologize. Regina, if you could type in the comments, I would love to have you on a second time because I'm not sure what's going on, if it's on my end or what. But if you would be willing to come back for a follow-up episode to this, would that be okay? Hopefully she'll be able to respond in the comments. And for anybody who is, has thought about a life coach, is on the fence about a life coach, it's definitely something that I recommend. While I definitely, will put myself out there as somebody to work with, and I'm going to try to invite Regina back in real quick and see if we can get a better signal on this. But if you're not, if you've never worked with a life coach, if you're on the fence about it, I definitely do encourage, speaking to a couple different life coaches, seeing if it's somebody that you can work with. When you are talking to somebody, as far as, becoming a life coach, somebody who can work with you on mindset, that type of thing, you want to make sure that you vibe with them, that you have that connection. But you also have to remember this is not therapy. Oh, there you are. You're back. Yay.
Okay.
I'm not sure what was going on, but definitely I want to continue this conversation. It looks like you may still be freezing up a little bit. So hopefully you can at least answer two quick questions. One, would you like to come on another episode so we can do this conversation further? I'm not sure what's going on. It looks like, we are losing signal again here. So definitely, I'm going to speak to Regina on a in a private conversation, and see if she wants to come back on, and do another episode with me. And we could definitely, and she actually just messaged me saying that she would love that. So we are going to have a follow-up episode to this, basically Regina part 2. So we will definitely do that. And then I'll be able to ask her my all important question that I ask everybody. And we're actually going to try to bring her on via phone. I'm not sure how to do that. I'm going to respond real quick. Bear with me. How to do that over the phone yet. So we will schedule a second appointment with Regina so that we can have her come back on. But again, I'm going to ask her for her email or her website, and we will put it in the comments. Okay, she's going to try to do this over the phone real quick, and we will experiment that way. So we are going to try to bring her back on. So just bear with us, go with us. Back to what I was saying though, for anybody who is on the fence, when you are searching for a life coach, you want it to be somebody you feel like you can trust. And that's hard to know at first. But you also want it to be somebody that you feel that connection with. Anytime you meet somebody, you can always usually tell if you have a connection one way or another, if it's a positive or a negative energy. You definitely want to lean more towards that positive, so that, we could, you feel that you could really work with them. Okay. Regina, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, good. So I was just kind of explaining to everybody, the importance of, if you're looking for a life coach, kind of what to look for. But back to where we were discussing how important it is, you've got to have the correct mindset to really work on other areas. But there are people out there who may not feel that they are ready for a life coach or that they can afford a life coach. So do you have any tips and tricks to kind of help those people who are in that limbo area that just aren't ready to make that commitment?
Yeah, for sure. So if they're looking to change their life, I would say to first of all carve out some time where they show some self love to themselves. Number one, and number two, you got to start off your morning right. Just like any successful person out in the world, they all have their morning ritual, and it's always different. Everyone has their own way, and you need to figure out your own way in the morning. Like, how do you want to start today? If you're going to start the day off crappy, the rest of the day is going to go crappy, right? So if you're going to start off with some meditation and some I am statements to really get you going and get you focused, get you kind of centered and focused on yourself, right? Then anything that is being thrown at you, you're going to be able to handle that no matter what, because you have built this bubble, this energy field around you where it doesn't matter what's happening, you're going to be able to take it on. And that's how I have really, really felt when I started to meditate in the mornings and doing the I am statements as well.
Love that. And I fully agree as far as the affirmations, any type of I am statement, I swear by those. And I've even gone as far as, like, I will find something that I don't like about myself, and I'll make that my focus, and I joke that my big one is my double chin. I hate my double chin, but it provides a really nice pillow if I fall asleep on the couch watching TV. So even those negative things that we don't like about ourselves, we can turn into a positive.
Exactly.
And learn to, it changes that mindset about that thing.
Exactly.
Well, I'm not going to keep you much longer. I am so glad that you were here with me. I apologize for the technical difficulties that we had, but we powered through. We made it work. So the question that I have for you, though, and I ask this of every guest, what is one thing that you love about yourself?
I love that I am direct. I will sit back and I will observe someone, and I don't know, I think I have this from my dad. I will immediately read through anything that they say. It's just like either you're real or you're not. And I have always been direct, and sometimes maybe a little bit too much. That's what my family used to tell me. I need to be nice. But I'm like, I didn't even say anything yet. What are you talking about? Right? So, but then, who do they call if they want something done? They actually all call me, because I'm the person that's going to be direct in a nice way. I'm going to put you in your place if I don't like what I'm hearing. You got to be honest with yourself, right? And I love that about myself.
I love that. I absolutely love it. And my husband jokes with me about the same thing. Like, I don't have to open my mouth. He can tell by my face what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So I am the same way. Well, again, Regina, thank you so much for being with me tonight. I would love to have you on again if you're up for it.
Yes, I would love that very much.
Then we'll definitely set a date in the future, and we will do this again and expand on this conversation and see where things are at, and what we could do to help other women, because I think it's important for women to feel empowered and to have that mindset shift that they are worth it 100%.
Yeah, they sure are. It all starts from within, right? So
it does 100%. Well, I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you again. You guys, thank you so much for joining us. And I will see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.